Hello my friends and welcome to episode 6 of our Football Manager 2020 Let's Play with Rangers. We do have today a Betfred Cup Final. It is once again against Celtic, but it was the most logical game to come back to. I hope you guys understand that. I know this is now the third Celtic game on the bounce. I'll try and make sure it's not a Celtic game next time, believe me, because I know how repetitive that must be to watch. Schedule wise, since the last Celtic game, we've had a number of games and our 100% domestic record went out the window. We beat Aberdeen 3-1, Borna Barisic, Connor Goldson and Tony Weston also scoring off the bench again. Sam Cosgrove got a late consolation for them. We then drew 2-2 with Motherwell, a 96-minute penalty from James Tavernier saving us a point. In reality, we should have won this game comfortably. They scored with basically their only two ventures forward. Tony Watt, just had defence on toast for a little bit of the game, and unfortunately that resulted in them getting a point, or us having to salvage a point rather. Their goalkeeper had an absolute monster of a game, as you see Alan McGregor on a 6-point free. We then played Kilmarnock, we won 2-0, Ryan Kent and James Tavernier with another penalty. Before we played Hibs, Hadji, a handling on goal, Connor Goldson and Kai Kennedy scoring off the bench for him. We then played Hamilton, and this was sort of in a run. Was the Hibs game in this run as well? No, yeah, it was. Well, that was the first start of the run, where we had to play Balogun at right back. Nathan Patterson had gone down with a tree injury. Tavernier obviously got injured in the Hibs game. So Tavernier is back for today, but as you've seen at the start of the video, only recommended for 60 minutes worth of action. So this is kind of where we're kind of forced into situations. I was tempted to loan someone in, but I thought both the injuries are only 3-4 weeks. We'll make do with Balogun. Balogun actually got himself a man of the match performance from right back in this game, with Hadji, Aribo and Balogun himself scoring an absolute cracker of a goal, by the way. We then played St Johnstone, and I played Kai Kennedy off the start. And he got himself an assist for a Hadji goal and then a brace. By the way. Then we played Hamilton, and we got a bit lucky with this one in terms of the result. Overall, I think the way the game played, they should again never have been in it. We went 2-0 up, we went 1-0 up, they got it back to 1-1. We went through Connor Goldson, we then went 2-1 up through Morelos, they got it back very quickly to 2-2, and then we scored with Ryan Kent, they got a man sent off in the 95th minute, and we seen out the game from there. But in reality, we destroyed them for about 75 minutes, and it was only after we were 3-2 up that they really came on to us and actually maybe deserved something from the game, based on what that 10-minute period is. But overall, it was all one-way traffic and a couple of counter-attacks. David Templeton scoring again for them. He's been a pain in our backside this season. Before we played Kilmarnock once again, Yanis Hadji with a brace, Ryan Kent with a goal and Alfredo Morelos from the spot, before Greg Kelly got a consolation for them and Gary Dicker got himself sent off in the 91st minute. We then played a Ross County, a 4-2 win. Again, as you see, maybe a bit leaky at the back at the minute. Nathan Patterson was back. Was he back for the Kelly game actually? No, he wasn't. This was his first game back. This was our first game back with a recognised right back. And we were 3-0 up before they scored. They then got it back to 3-2 again. And at that point, my memories at the Hamilton game, I'm like, oh no, here we go again. And then Joe Aribo scored. And there was nothing after that really. Ryan Kent with a brace, Roof and Aribo with the goals. Before we played Queen's Park, we rotated the side. We went 1-0 up, then they equalised. To my shock, Kamar Roof with a brace, Kai Kennedy with a brace to get us a win there. Celtic have played in midweek in the Europa League, so we're going into this game with a sort of better fitness, shall we say. Hopefully we can make that count and win the Betfred Cup for the first bit of silverware available to us in this series. So 8 changes from the last game, which was against Queen's Park, of course. So we're pretty much full strength, minus Stephen Kelly, who would have probably played over Zungu, and Jordan Jones is on the bench over Kai Kennedy, both who are cup tied from their loan spells. Josh McPake also cup tied, so again he couldn't make the bench, although I don't think he would have, to be honest, on a 5-man bench. So I'm fairly content with the team. We're going in, rather, I've done that stupid thing where I pause it, or I press to continue and end the episode, because the buttons are the same. So it just depends on what window I want. I'm fairly content with the team. We'll use the mouse to make sure I'm on the right window this time. We've got McLaughlin, who I didn't mean to select, to be honest. I forgot I'd switched him out for McGregor. It's a cup game though, so quite content to give him it. Nathan Patterson, Connor Golson, Philippe Hollander, Borna Barisic. Tavernier only fit enough for the bench in my opinion. Zungu, Jack, Hadji, Aribo, Kent and Morelos. So it looks full strength by that reckoning. But overall, I'm not convinced. You know, I'd rather have had Stephen Kelly over Zungu. I'd rather have had Zungu on the bench over Berjonas kind of thing. But hey ho, such is life. They have also lost Christoph Ayer to China for £12.5 million, which I think is an absolute steal. China, realistically, our window was actually really quiet. We had a bid for Scott Arfield. I accepted compensation for him to go, and then he rejected to move anyway, which is rather frustrating. Makes it quite happily just taking him off the wage bill. Jamie Hamilton came in, and everything else has been pre-contracts for us. We've had several offers from China for Morelos, Aribo, Barisic, and I think there was one other player, but none of them were even close to tempting me to sell, to be honest. In fact, I don't even think any of them hit his value, any of their valuations. And it was almost like the same team. It was the same team, began with a T, and they were been for all the players. And I swear down, it was literally like reject. Morelos goes and tucks one home for us to put us 1-0 up after 2.5 minutes. Happy days there. I'd literally reject, press continue, and I swear down it was the exact same bid that would have to reject the next day. I must have rejected something like 40 bids between these four players from this one team that were nowhere near close. But they've lost Ayer to China, so I'm fairly content with that. But we've got off to a really good start here. The only other bit of business we did was Brandon Barker has gone to Luton, I think, for £675,000, plus some add-ons that really aren't worth discussing, to be truthful. So one sale, or two sales if you include Davis, one in part exchange, realistically, and Jamie Hamilton hasn't played a game for us yet, but I do think he is one for the future. So that's kind of where we're at just now. Still very much starting squad almost, as I say. Jamie Hamilton only in. That's a great ball, by the way. That's a brilliant block. Unfortunately, it deflects it past McGregor. 1-0. Not McGregor, McLaughlin. Got McLaughlin playing, don't I? Nathan Patterson just misjudges that one. Edward, it's actually a really good pass. Golson switches off. Great block from Hollander. It comes back off Christie and goes in. That is frustrating one to concede. A very frustrating one to concede, to be honest, because Christie knows absolutely nothing about it and Hollander's done nothing wrong. Golson kind of switches off, maybe needs to be a bit more in that channel, but I can't blame him for being across either. Lacks out into Edouard, played across to Abed Hamid. Patterson away this time. Aribo picks up. Can we find Morelos or Hadji on the other side? Miles of space. We're 3-on-2 going into the box. Good ball in. Morelos goes down, and it's a penalty. Borna Barisic will step up to take this one. I think he's my second choice penalty taker. Obviously James Tavernier not starting today. Barisic. It's in from Big BB in the back of the net. 7 million for him. 7 million. Plus there was add-ons, to be fair, but yeah. He's wanted by Man City, Lyon and some Italian team, I can't remember. It might be one of the Milan clubs. You know, I'm not accepting 7 million for him. It's not even close to talking. I think I ended up countering with one of them. I think it was Morelos for like 150 million, and the next day they came back in with the exact same offer. Yet again, that's really poor from Zungu. Hollander steps in well though, gets it away. Ryan Kent in the channel behind the fullback. Can he find the ball in? It's a decent ball, unfortunately away by Gillen. Patterson back to Zungu. Can he get a better pass away this time? It's much more simple that time from him. Gets it to Patterson. Can he find the cross in? It's going to go back to Zungu. That's actually a really clever ball. Zungu. Oh, we don't get that bit of luck there. Oh, our block bounced off them and went in. Their block bounced off us and hit the post. Kind of just shows you a bit of luck. Obviously we got the penalty and stuff, but it was a clear-cut penalty, I think. Obviously sometimes difficult to see in the Football Manager match engine. there's definitely contact and no contact with the ball, so by that it's a penalty. That one might not be, I'll be honest, that one might not be a penalty. Maybe that's our bit of luck there. Barisic for the second penalty of the game. Put us 3-1 up if he can score it. He's hit the post. Maybe a bit of justice with that. It's an Old Firm game, I'm never going to say that realistically, am I? I'm always going to say it's a penalty. Yeah. Okay. Pleased with how things are going. Let's just get a positive reaction, get them back out there, get them going again. See how we go. They've only had one shot, so you know, we're doing well. 60% possession, we'll call it. Way ahead of them on expected goals. Fitness wise, we're okay. We might have to bring Barjonas on as Zangu's picked up a knock. Barisic whips in. Aribo knocks down. So it's disallowed. See the amount of disallowed goals I've had in recent games, by the way. I would run out of fingers. Just since that last Celtic game, I think we've had 15, 16 disallowed goals. I'd see the amount of them that are like that, were on the line, is ridiculous. It's recommending Kamara. Kamara might not be a bad option actually. See out this highlight first. Patterson into Aribo. Back to Nathan Patterson. Finds Zangu. Poor cross from the on loan man, and it's cleared away to Ajeti. Goals in. You need to be stronger there, pal. Hollander, you've got to be paying more attention than that. You got there and then just ignored the ball. This feels like a goal, to be truthful with you. Barisic away, but straight to them again. They're going to recycle this. This just doesn't feel good, this move. Hadji picks up though. Forward for Morelos. He's got Kent on the overlap. Can he find him? It maybe felt wrong because it was so right. Excuse me. Ryan Kent on the overlap, tucking home. We'll bring Barjonas on for Zangu because I'm thinking Kamara for Jack in maybe about 10 minutes time. And that's exactly where we're going to go. Kamara, where are you? There you are, pal. Straight swap there. Burkas with the goal kick. Launches forward. Nathan Patterson. Goldson. Oh no, Goldson. Stepped in well again though. Edouard almost just didn't react to it there. Thankfully for us, cleared away, but unfortunately doesn't find Kent. Frimpong reacts quite well. Griffiths onto the right hand side with Frimpong. Good block. Falls to Frimpong again. They've got an overload here. Barjonas with a foot in, but only as far as Elianusi. Another good block. We're blocking everything they're throwing at us right now. Aribo. Morelos is drifted offside, but Kent on the overlap. Once again. Ryan Kent. Could have done better with that. Really could have done better with that, to be honest. We are going to bring on Tavernier actually as our final sub, just because of how tired Patterson is. On a yellow as well. Needs to work on that stamina. He's got worse stamina than Barisic, it would seem. Doesn't last many games. Obviously he's played a few in a row now, but and he is improving. He is, improving quite quickly. Hadji to Tavernier, just on, played across. Ryan Kent. Oh, you've got to be burying that, Kent. Let's hope we don't do that. They've definitely had a better second half. They have definitely had a better second half. We've still been a better team, probably both halves to be fair, but they have definitely came more into the game second half. Tavernier wins the header. Nobody in blue marshalling it though. Turnbull finds Edouard. No, he doesn't. Hollander, brilliant defending by big Philippe Hollander. Aribo, find the pass, find the pass, find the pass. He's right there. Hollander wins it in the air again. Griffiths whips it across, finds Elianusi. It's a decent ball in. Goldson away this time. Aribo picks up again, finds Tavernier this time. Barjonas, Tavernier, Aribo, use him again. He's turned and he's gone. Oh, that's a red. He's got to walk for that. Taking his time. It's red. I called it as soon as I seen the challenge. Now, I'm obviously always going to say that in these kind of games. But that looked to me like a bit of clear red. And they're dropping back now as well. Is Tavernier going to be the one that takes this trophy, or will it be McGregor? No, actually, who would be captain here? Goldson, maybe? It is indeed Connor Goldson. It's going to lift the first trophy that we've had in a few years. Not the captain, not the real life vice captain, of course, not for licensing reasons, I believe, in game. But it gets to lift our first trophy in a few years, our first major bit of silverware in a few years. Is Connor Goldson. The first trophy of the season, the first trophy of the save goes our way. We remain our unbeaten domestic record with just that one draw to slip up. I think we were good for it again there. Great performance, guys. Absolutely brilliant performance. It's on good 45 days, that's fine. Leads us to glory. Leads in Betfred Cup. Goldson's performance. I actually thought Hollander was better than Goldson defensively. If I'm honest with you. What rating did Hollander get? Hollander only got a 7. What? That's crazy. So next episode we'll be back after the split, and we'll probably look at whatever game we can win the title with. Now, how are we looking in the table right now? We're 13 clear, but they've got a game in hand, so let's call it 10 clear. So we're probably looking at 3-4 games left to go. So we'll be back then. Whoever we're playing, at the point that we can win the title, we will play that game and play until we win the title or lose the title, kind of thing. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, smash the like button, even for my shoddy edit and stuff. Leave a comment down below, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.